A absolutely gorgeous evening here in southern Alabama. Pulled up a few articles today. Earlier in the day, I want to share with all of you. Please feel free to comment down below and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. TheBurningPlatform.com, the eye of the stock market storm. Very interesting. A couple highlights here. The four horsemen of the next stock market apocalypse: subprime auto, commercial real estate, private credit, crypto. All these assets are extremely stressed out right now, ladies and gentlemen, while markets are trading at all-time highs. And there are people out there that believe that this is quite normal, that the markets can never crash, that nothing bad can ever happen, that nothing can correct, nothing can crash. And these people have no idea what they're talking about. $5 trillion of bank exposure is tied to commercial real estate or commercial properties. That is just one highlight or one point in this article. Think about that. $5 trillion of bank exposure to commercial property. And we are watching an absolute commercial real estate apocalypse taking place right now. When you look at what's happening to subprime auto, I've seen different reports, 7.5 million cars, another one 10 million cars in some form of repossession right now. This is absolutely scary. Somebody's going to eat these losses. We can only extend and pretend for so long. We've been doing it for years, but at some point they are no longer going to be able to do this. We are coming to a dead end, ladies and gentlemen, and people are going to absolutely be vaporized here. The bills are coming due without a doubt. And take your pick: subprime auto, commercial real estate, private credit, crypto. Take your pick. What is going to prick the bubble here? Take your pick. I mean, take a look at the stock market. It is so overvalued, so overheated right now. We could wake up any morning and all of a sudden see a crash. What happens when the Magnificent Seven no longer have FOMO? What happens when the FOMO disappears with the Mag 7? Ask yourself how much longer this can go on. Can it go on another year, 5 years, 5 months? We don't know, but I don't think it's going to be able to go on much longer. Here's another one. We've never been so sure of an imminent financial crash. Industry leaders across all sectors come together to say these signs of U.S. economic meltdown are undeniable. Most of you watching this know, because you see the signs every day. You go to the grocery store, you go to the Walmart, you're paying your car insurance, you're paying your health insurance, you're paying rent. You're buying some meat, some hamburger, you're buying poultry, you're buying fruit, and you're shaking your head that you just cannot believe how much you're spending. I mean, we just went out and just bought some snacks the other night at the grocery store. It was $125, and there was really no dinner. It was just, some lunch meat and some snacks, some milk, a case of water, what have you. And it was $125. But take a look right now what's going on with metal prices, gold prices. How many homes are falling out of escrow each month? About 15% on average. I think last month, October, was about 58,000 homes fell out of escrow. Look at Las Vegas. It is really slowing down. Caesars Palace reported 90,000 rooms were empty this summer. Mass corporate layoffs. Every day you turn on the TV, it's 1,000, 2,000, 10,000, 20,000 job losses. We have, according to this article, 7.4 million Americans unemployed right now in this country. Also, another thing that I just mentioned too, 7.5 million, 10 million, whatever the number is, autos are in some form of repossession right now. This is very concerning, and it should really begin to scare you, because we are going, I think everybody watching this video tonight, you're going to experience the greatest financial crash the world has ever seen. The AI industry is running on FOMO. Another article today, this on The Verge. What do you think? Is AI running on FOMO? It's been carrying the stock market for quite a while. What happens when the FOMO runs out? I think we all know the answer to that. It's going to be a very, very ugly time. I think that we are really living in a massive bubble right now. And I really fear that people have no idea how bad this can get and how bad it is going to get. We are not going to get out of this. There's no turning back. There is nothing that is going to save this. We are going to see some very, very difficult times. Wall Street Journal, risky loan from housing bust era is making a comeback. Adjustable rate mortgages, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go again. People just never learn their lesson. Adjustable rate mortgages are soaring. People want a house so bad that they're willing to gamble everything. They're willing to do an adjustable rate mortgage. In this environment, this environment is so chaotic, so unpredictable. But I think we can predict that there's a good chance that rates are going to go up, that mortgage rates will go up. And you have people now taking out arms to buy a house, hoping for the best. And these people, just like the people in 2008 who were absolutely annihilated, lost their homes. A lot of people never recovered from it. And here we go again. It's starting all over again. I mean, people are really, really desperate to buy a house that they're willing to take these kind of chances. The Hedge, sliding cardboard box sales set off economic alarm bells ahead of holiday shopping season. This is kind of a big deal. And why it is a big deal is because nearly every physical good in the modern economy is transported or stored in a corrugated cardboard box. Think about everything that comes from Amazon. It's in a box. Everything pretty much at the store that you buy, a pair of shoes comes in a box. Everything's shipped in cardboard, in boxes. The U.S. third quarter box shipments are at a decade low. A decade low. You know, I think this, the more I think about it, I think that the U.S. economy is so much worse than we can even imagine. It's way worse than we're being told, that is for sure. They do not want to panic people, that we know. They do not want to panic the American people. But, you know, I think that's really a real sin, because I think what they should be doing is preparing the American people for what's coming. And because they're not preparing people, and most people don't want to admit it, or a lot of people just don't want to face it, or are too lazy or too ignorant to see it, they're just not going to be prepared. And if you're not prepared for a disaster, you know the outcome. You know what happens to people who are not prepared. They're the most vulnerable. They're the ones that typically don't make it. And a lot of these people just, they're everything that they have, their retirements, their savings, everything, their wealth is going to be absolutely wiped out in a matter of maybe minutes. I'm here to make this video today to warn everybody to prepare for economic disaster. And of course, with economic disasters usually come social disasters. And I don't know how much more we need to see on TikTok or social media or YouTube with what's happening as far as social disasters in America, but the entire country is witnessing a social disaster right now. I mean, when you have kids fighting US troops in Washington, D.C. On Halloween, when you see what's happening at grocery stores right now, and we don't know potentially what's going to happen now with EBT, because, you know, they're going to get $5 billion, but $9 billion is needed. So that's going to cause some problems. So, but every day watching social media, watching the news, the violence that is out there it's astonishing to watch this stuff, that it's happening right here in the United States of America, not a third world country. But it is a reminder that we are turning into a third world country. But even in many third world countries, they don't act like people are acting here. You know, just again, you know, and I watched that video the other day of that woman with 5 kids, and the other woman robs her in the parking lot. And this lady does nothing but hold a phone. If that's all you're going to do when somebody is stealing your groceries or victimizing you, is hold a phone, good luck. Good luck. They're looking for people like you, people that will do nothing, people that will just hold up a phone and yell at them. That you're easy pickings. And just like this lady who had 5 kids, now they have no food. And the other lady said, well, she had 5 kids and she needs to feed her kids, so she's going to take that lady's food away from her and her 5 kids. So it's unbelievable. But are we going to see some war of attrition now taking place in America? Only the strong survive. Again, if you're only going to hold up a phone and yell at people to leave you alone, you are going to be a victim of this. TheEconomicCollapse.com. Will payment of 50% of food stamp benefits be enough to keep widespread rioting and looting from breaking out? You tell me, ladies and gentlemen. Comment down below. Will it be enough? I don't know. I don't know. It looks to me like a lot of people are actually looking forward to this. They look eager. They look excited that they might be able to go out and just take whatever they want. They just need an excuse. 700,000 ineligible SNAP recipients purged after USDA uncovers widespread food stamp fraud. How much fraud is taking place in the United States of America in all these departments? It just seems like everything is a massive fraud. Ohio has reported losing $17 million in SNAP benefits from fraud since 2023. SNAP benefits surged 40% under the last administration, linked to $100 billion in expenditures. Thousands of ineligible people from other countries used EBT cards. California received at least $12.6 billion in federal SNAP benefits in the fiscal year of 2024. 21 states have refused to send their SNAP data to the USDA. Well, if they refuse to do that, why are there no legalities? Why are there no arrests? Why are there no prosecutions when 21 states refuse to send their data to the USDA? Why is nothing being done? Absolutely alarming. I don't know. I really don't even know who's running the country right now at this point. Maybe it's more judges. I don't know. I really, really don't know. But it just seems that there's so much fraud that has been taking place for decades. And really over the last few years, we saw so much fraud. And yet nobody goes to jail. Nobody's arrested. Nothing's going on. So this just tells me that we're on our own. Continue stacking metals, precious metals, gold, silver. Make sure you're putting some cash away. Make sure you have food and water. Make sure you have security. This trend of this collapse is not going away anytime soon. It is going to pick up steam. It is going to get really, really bad. And it's amazing that so many people out there say that they know what's going on, that times are bad, and they don't really do anything about it. They continue to just act like nothing really is going on. Yet they talk about everything that's going on. They talk about the problems. They talk about the concerns, but they don't really prepare. They're not really preparing. They're out just living their lives as if things were just fine. If you really believe that things are off the rails, are you really preparing right now? And how are you preparing? Is this the time to take a vacation? Is this the time to buy toys? Is this the time to just act like nothing bad's happening? Or is this the time to really walk the walk? Is this the time to add the skills? Is this the time to hunker down and prepare? Maybe this is a good time to buy a bug out place, in order, if things got bad, you can get your family out and get to somewhere. But no, most people would rather ignore it, buy toys, not really prepare, because they don't really believe that this is going to happen. They say it is, they think it is, maybe, but they don't really believe it. The people that really believe it, they're the people walking the walk. They're the people that are really preparing, putting the preps away, doing the training, getting the skills. Those are the people that really believe that something really ominous is coming. And I hope that you are all walking the walk. I hope that you're all preparing. And look, maybe we're all going to be wrong, but we'll have more assets, we'll have less debt, we'll have more skills, and we'll be better human beings for it. But my opinion, this is just my opinion, I think things are going to get very bad in this country. And watching the news, watching these videos daily, it looks like it's already getting pretty bad. Looks like it's been bad for a while, and it's going to continue to get much worse. And it's unfortunate. I love this country, but I cannot believe especially what I'm seeing in the cities, how people act, how they treat the law, our troops, other people, and how people just feel that they're owed something, that, you know, other people need to pay them, feed them, house them, give them services. It's ridiculous. It's repulsive to watch this behavior and how people just think that they are owed something, that they deserve this, that you should pay for them, feed them, house them, give them free health care while you're grinding it out 6 days a week, 5 days a week, 7 days a week. It's disgusting. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. Sun's going down, but yeah, I feel, I will say this, I feel really, really blessed to be here. This is where God wanted us. And, you know, for the people out there that said I wouldn't last 6 months in Alabama, well, I'm 1 month in right now, 5 months to go. We'll see how it plays out, but I have a feeling I'm going to be here for a while. Take care. God bless. Please like, share, and subscribe. I'm out.